Gulf Coast wine scene, and award-winning food entrepreneur.
I know a lot of you wonder what to do with your moon pass. Well, I've got some wine suggestions for you. Lemon moon pass, Sauvignon Blanc, Chenin Blanc, or Pinot Grigio.
Stuart Reb Donald, acclaimed food and travel writer and world-class chef.
I was chef de casserole. I made the casseroles in the frozen food department.
For more than a decade, they've combined their expertise to answer your questions and introduce you to the culinary movers and shakers you want or ought to know. 4-time Taste Award finalists, 12-time Nephew Award losers. They are the dynamic duo of dining.
Drop, people screaming for more.
Mike and Stu on FM Talk 106.5.
Yeah, drinking that wine. Now it's too early for wine.
Yeah, definitely a gin. Definitely gin.
Yeah. But it's not too early for, for poinsettias and mimosas. How come that's okay? Great dessert. Oh, and some Irish coffee.
Sangria.
Yeah, that's fruit.
I bet you don't like sangria, do you?
I really don't. It's
It's
not that I
delicious.
dislike it.
Yeah.
I don't dislike it, but anyway, welcome to the Sip and Chew Show. We're already talking about business already.
About booze.
That's it. Early in the morning. But anyway, hope everybody has been having some beautiful dry days.
Lots of pollen.
October is the driest month of the year, by the way, but it's been real dry here lately.
Uh-huh.
And my new neighbor was cutting his grass yesterday, and I swear it was just like a dust storm.
Yeah.
So it's time to be.
November and December will make up for it.
Yeah.
December's the second wettest month of the year after July.
Mm-hmm.
So
what goes all the snow,
no, just the rainfall that we get.
Yeah.
That's also our most active time of the year for tornadoes.
That's true.
Yep.
Especially the Christmas Day tornadoes.
Yeah. Well, every Christmas Day tornado we've ever had has come in the month of December.
Hey.
Yeah. So
what a coincidence.
Yeah.
So anyway, boy, I tell you what, it has been slow out there.
Yeah.
I have noticed in a lot of business, and I've had a lot of business contact me and ask me, said, Mike, is it slow this way everywhere? Yeah.
Yeah.
There's some places that are not slow.
Yeah.
But I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's the elections or the economy. I'm sure it's some.
The economy keeps getting worse.
Yeah. But if you can, get out there and when you do go out, folks, go out to a locally owned business, restaurant or mom and pop shop.
And if you're broke, you can always go for a walk in the park.
And
commune with nature, which is, there's tons of scientific evidence that just spending time in a natural setting is really good for your mental health.
Mm-hmm.
Not to mention the best source of vitamin D is the sun.
There you go.
The best source of vitamin D on planet Earth is not on planet Earth. It's 8 minutes away if you go at the speed of light.
There you go. I had a physical therapist talk to me the other day about my long COVID I've been experienced, and she said, just do this one. She said, do you walk? And I said, occasionally I do. I walk more when there's good weather, so I can do a 2 or 3 mile walk daily. And she said, breathe through your nose and don't breathe through your mouth when you walk. And she said, it energizes your blood cells more, and it helps you with it will help you with your long COVID. So
and your nose hairs act as a filter.
There you go. That's true. That's true. So if I cut all mine off. So anyway.
Took the weed eater out.
There you go. Sometimes I have to, the nostril weed eater or nostril leaders, whatever. So what's going on in your world this week?
Nothing.
Not
a thing.
Just enjoying this weather and doing nothing, huh?
Yeah, well, I'm enjoying the weather, but just working and stuff. I did drop a new short this morning on Delta Safari.
You dropped your shorts.
All about a serial killer on the Delta.
Oh,
about Thomas Wisenhand.
Oh, yeah.
This is a Halloween edition.
Oh, just getting in that spirit. But
Spirit.
yeah,
Yeah.
but it's it's just a one little thing that just talks about. But my father handled part of the investigation.
Okay.
A little bit. He
I
wasn't the main investigator.
remember it well. I remember it well.
The thing that he told me that I really took away from it, and it's in the short, is that when he interviewed Wisenhant's mother after they caught him,
Mm-hmm.
she said that she felt he had killed a bunch of women back in Colorado. So she moved him back to Alabama because she thought the change of scenery might stop all that.
I wonder if we breathe through his nose.
I don't know. But he did go out to the country.
Okay.
Yeah, because where they caught him was way out Airport Boulevard, which is starting to really develop now if you haven't been out there.
Oh, God, yeah.
But near Fossex Tire or Airport Salvage Tire.
I know
that way.
I know one of his victims they found over off Hallsville Road, like where Aldi is sitting at right now. But yeah, I remember that case very well.
Yeah, I don't because I was still a little young then. You were probably in your 30s when that happened.
No. I
1975.
was a teenager, and it scared the heck out of everybody in Mobile. And it's because he was still, I know we're not a detective show. I'm just kidding.
It is amazing. The creative ways. All of a sudden, we let them go 75 yards in 3 plays and then throw a pick six to lose it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then yesterday, gave up a 95-yard, 5-minute play to end drive to end the game.
Mm-hmm.
That everyone in the Auburn community predicted as soon as we pinned them at the 5-yard line.
Mm-hmm.
Just forget everything that they've ever known about coaching.
Apparently.
Yeah.
Apparently.
And y'all ain't got no disciplines. We don't have any. We're having the same penalties.
We don't have any discipline.
Yeah. And then, when you have change administration, that's going to take, when you have, for whatever reason, athletic directors always thought, well, if we had a highly disciplined coach before, the next coach needs to be a player's coach. That yin yang. Well, it ain't really working for y'all right now.
Mm-hmm. It's not.
And you've got a 2-man offense, Milroe and Ryan Williams. And
that's it.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
So
I'm glad I was painting yesterday.
Instead of panting.
Yeah. So anyway, going back to your Delta Safari.
Yeah.
So you're doing like a series of on
well, I do shorts.
Ghost and
in fact, I'm headed to Blakely after the show.
There you go.
The Halloween thing is going to be the Ghosts of Blakely Battlefield. So I'm going to go out there and get that. But the shorts I'm doing some of them are fishing or hunting or outdoors, but they tend to lend more towards history. I previewed or did a little brief history of the USS Alabama, both the battleship and the nuclear sub, which you remember was the star of the movie Crimson Tide.
Mm-hmm.
That was actually about the USS Alabama nuclear sub, which is an Ohio class. It is the largest, most dangerous submarine the U.S. has ever built until the next year or so when the new class comes out. But I've talked about the Clotilda. I've gone over the Amtrak train derailment, the car pileup on I-10 less than 2 years later and less than 10 miles away from where the Amtrak train was. And just, it's everything about life on the Delta, not just hunting and fishing and boating.
Yeah.
Everything. So there are always restaurant things in there. I've done some compilations recently of the Asian restaurants that I've hit on the Delta, the barbecue restaurants I've hit on the Delta. I got one coming up that's going to be right in your wheelhouse, gas station food.
There you go.
Yeah. So
I love me some gas station.
The shorts, and I'm working on shorts with what we do too. I've got the Ask the Chef that usually comes out on Monday. If you and I hit some off the Eaton Trail place, we do one called Off the Eaton Trail. We both have contributed to that with audio and stuff like that, pictures. I forget where it was that you were last. You talked about on the show. I turned that into a short.
Okay.
And the wine stuff. wine stuff's not getting a whole lot of traction, man. You need to make wine more exciting.
We'll get into red season. 251-343-0106 is the Callahan's Irish Social Club call and texting line.
Log in now for streaming shows, post bios, on-demand forecasts, local, national, and global news, plus interactive polls and blogs.
Yeah.
Get all of it online now at fmtalk1065.com.
And that one's good.
For more
I
than
hope I
50
can-
years,
when I get
Mobile
into the
Magazine
house,
has showcased the history, style, arts, dining, and entertainment that defines excellence on both sides of Mobile Bay. Each month's issue is filled with our unique Southern Alabama culture, beautifully captured and told through engaging articles and stunning photography. When you subscribe to Mobile Bay Magazine, you'll be swept into the pages where recipes, familiar places and faces, and untold stories abound. Start your journey today by visiting mobilebaymag.com. That's mobilebaymag.com.
Your business needs a network it can count on.
Power's out.
Comcast Business has you covered with Wi-Fi backup to help keep your business up and running, even when your power goes out.
Everybody in the warehouse good?
Lights are out, but the Wi-Fi's up. Let's power on.
It's from the company with 99.9% network reliability.
Break room, you good?
Can't microwave my burrito, but Wi-Fi's fine. Let's power on.
Power on with the leader in connectivity, Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Learn how to get Comcast Business Internet and Security Edge plus Wi-Fi backup for $59 a month for 12 months with a 2-year agreement when you add Comcast Business Unlimited Mobile. And ask how to get up to a $600 prepaid card with a qualifying gig bundle. Don't wait. Call or go online today. Ends 11/17/24. Restrictions apply. New customers only with 300 megabit per second internet, Security Edge, and Wi-Fi backup. Eagle bill and auto pay required. Equipment tax and fees extra and subject to change.
The genus of bacteria that acts as an intracellular.
To report a non-emergency crime, call the Mobile County Sheriff's Office at 574-8633 or use the online crime tip form at mobileso.com/crime tips. If you'd like to remain anonymous, please provide as much information as possible. For this and other safety tips, visit mobileso.com.
Monday, November 11th, will begin at 7 a.m. with a flag raising ceremony in Battleship Memorial Park. Mobile's parade is at 10 a.m. starting and ending on Canal Street. An honors luncheon is at noon at Fort Whiting Armory. At the Battleship Memorial Park Aircraft Pavilion, the parade of flags is at 3, and a patriotic concert by the Mobile Symphonics Band begins at 7. To our veterans everywhere, we say thank you for your service.
Hello, friends. This is Randy Bergen, host of Southern Fairway Sports Radio Show. Well, the football season is underway, and I want to personally invite you to join me and the gang every Saturday morning, beginning at 10 a.m. as we'll talk college football from around the nation, and of course, we'll break down the games in the SEC. We'll have some great guests from the sports world. We'll throw in some golf, maybe some hunting and fishing as well, and you know we'll have some giggles along the way. Southern Fairway Sports Radio Show with me, Randy Bergen, every Saturday morning at 10 a.m. right here on FM Talk 106.5.
To get on the line, call 343-0106. Now back to Mike and Stu.
Hey, Michael. We got some friends we want to say thank you to. We want to show our appreciation to Bob's Downtown Diner on the corner of Fat and Happy, which is North Jackson and St. Francis Street. I walked right by there last night.
Walked right by.
Right by.
You didn't stop.
No, there was nobody there.
Yeah.
They were closed.
Yeah, because they're not open at night.
Just breakfast and lunch.
Yeah.
Close at 3, 7 to 3 every day.
Yeah.
Except holidays. Except holidays.
Yeah. Like Mardi Gras.
No, they're open during Mardi Gras.
Yeah. I mean, not.
Yeah, that's true. But fine folks there.
I'm still on the open at night.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
And go by there and try that meatloaf omelet.
Here.
Mm-hmm.
I had grits and eggs and a waffle this morning.
Okay.
From shade to stew.
Oh. I wish I had time to go to Iron Hand and get me a chicken and waffles. I'll tell you in a minute.
Okay.
We want to show our appreciation to Hall Sausage and Wholesale Meats, now available in Baldwin County at Piggly Wiggly's and some of the Greers.
Select locations across the county.
Greers and possibly Rouse's. So get over there and ask for it by name. And our buddy over there on Florida Street Butch Cassidy's in the heart of Flow Shell.
Yeah.
Go by and see the mayor, but not today.
Yeah. Yeah.
He won't be there.
Nope.
But
he's most likely at a casino.
could be.
Yeah.
There's some great food over there too.
Yeah.
Just I was talking about Roy. He tries all the dining flair around the Pacific Gulf Coast as well.
Yeah.
And we have found
he's the mayor of Flow Shell, but he's the ambassador of Ocean Springs. He's the Flow Shell ambassador to Ocean Springs,
and Biloxi. Yeah, that Pacific Gulf Coast area over there. But off the air, we were talking about listeria.
Yes.
What do you know about that stuff? There's been a lot of reports in the news about them pulling meats, especially off the shelves.
Well, we looked it up just to make sure that we had the information right. Mm-hmm. It is a parasitic bacteria that takes up residence inside of mammals, which last time I checked, you and I are both mammals.
Mm-hmm.
And so it makes you ill. It's a parasite, so that means it's going to be stripping something that your body needs, whether it be blood or oxygen or nutrients and whatever comes with that.
Yeah.
It's one of the big three that you look for. You know, they have these soaps that say kills 99.9% of bacteria.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the 0.1% it doesn't kill is Listeria, E. coli, and Staphylococcus, staph infection.
Mm-hmm.
Which is why the FDA has never said there's no such thing as an antimicrobial soap.
Yeah.
That if you read it, don't trust it. Soap does not kill germs and bacteria. It doesn't. It binds with dirt and oils to make it easier for water to remove it.
Okay.
Flowing water, just rubbing your hands under plain water, is practically all you need. Now, if you have grease or dirt stuck to it, that's when soap comes in hand.
Right.
Combine it with it so it'll blow it out. But flowing water will just, if you think about it, you're talking about a microbe. It doesn't have any resistance to the flow of water. I mean, if the Arizona desert has no resistance to the flow of water, thus creating the largest canyon on the planet,
mm-hmm.
something that's microscopic doesn't stand any chance.
Right.
So we discovered this during the Civil War. Most of the people that died in the Civil War died from infections from surgery. And so they started washing the instruments in, bowls of water. And that helped. Well, then they started washing the instruments under flowing water, and that helped drastically.
Yeah.
Because, think about it. You're just grabbing it and taking it and getting rid of it. And like I said, the soap just helps with any dirt or oils that are stuck to the surface.
Mm-hmm.
But soap does not kill germs.
How about Lysol?
Well, that's a different thing. That's an antiseptic.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not a soap, it's an antiseptic,
mm-hmm.
which is, a totally different thing.
Yeah.
I have a whole new mental picture now. That's beautiful.
You're welcome.
That's wonderful.
As to why Listeria is getting into breakouts
So I was
right
about to
now,
ask. Yeah.
I would have to look into the research on it. Just like with E. coli, the reason we have outbreaks of E. coli is because we use cow manure as fertilizer.
Okay.
But we feed cows corn, which they shouldn't eat.
Right.
If they eat grass, it goes through their body and is expelled within 8 to 12 hours. The corn takes so long to break down, it's in their stomachs for 4 days.
Mm-hmm.
Now, when we genetically modified corn, the way we did it was we took this little known microbe called E. coli and ejected it into the corn seeds.
Right.
So now the corn has more E. coli in it than it should, which was any E. coli in the corn is more than it should have.
Right.
But now it has a little bit in it. When it gets in the cow's stomach is the best place in the world to grow E. coli if you're looking to do it.
To germinate it. Yep.
Right. Now, E. coli is found in manure. That's where it naturally lives. So old school, you use cow manure, horse manure, whatever, no big deal. But we're generating pretty much super poop.
Right.
With E. coli. It's got millions of times more E. coli in it than before. And the things that we did before use it as fertilizer don't completely eradicate it, which is why we irradiate poop to use it as fertilizer. But the radiation doesn't always get the job done. that's when you see breakouts. And you'll notice that it's always on leafy greens that we don't cook.
Right.
Lettuce was a big one. Cilantro was a big one. Spinach has been a big one. And that's because we use the fertilizer direct in contact with it.
To grow that.
Right. And it's not getting washed properly, and there's too much E. coli because we're
So it's
making
not
super
the conditions that it's processed in necessarily. It happens before it gets to those processing
right.
plants.
And if the processing plants don't clean it thoroughly or don't know that, it had super poop instead of normal poop.
That makes sense.
Yeah. And there's only so much you can do with washing it without heat. E. coli requires heat to kill it.
Okay.
Which is why if you cook anything, you're perfect.
So my question is, how's it getting waffles then? That's just.
Well, that's the listeria.
Yeah.
Listeria. That's probably going to come with not cleaning equipment properly.
Okay.
That's what it was with
would be
Bluebell
an
ice
equipment
cream.
issue. Okay.
Is they weren't cleaning things properly, or they weren't controlling vermin. And whether you want to hear it or not, every building on the planet, except in Antarctica, has got rats and roaches. No matter what you do, they're there. So you have to keep those stuff clean. And when you get into making large batches of stuff, you get into equipment to do those large batches that are incredibly hard to clean.
Wow.
And that's why we had E. coli breakouts in ground beef, was because
The crevices.
right,
The tight
just
spots.
just their fecal matter can get in there. You can't see it a lot of times because it's in a spot where you can't see it. And like certified Angus beef, you're not likely to see that ever get recalled because they do that in small batches. The smaller batch you grind meat, the less likely you are to have stuff get in it. These big tubes that you see at a box store of ground beef, it's a 10-pound tube, may have DNA in it from over 1,000 different cows.
Wow.
Because they ground 1,000 cows when they did that beef. Or certified Angus beef, because it is kept in small quantities, there may be 50 cows.
It's the same with turkey then, potentially, or no?
Yes, with the ground, anything ground like that. Even when we ground sausage and stuff at Rouse's, we were using trimmings from the 3 or 4 Boston butts we broke down there.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And the ground beef is from, we had trimmings from chuck, we had trimmings from sirloin,
That's a lot.
and it may have been 3 or 4 cows involved.
Wow.
See, that's still small batch.
But aren't these facilities like, laser scan, things like that now, or do they have that, or is that just too expensive, or?
Well, and they have all of that. Whether they use it or not comes to 2 things. One, there's always going to be cost cutting.
Sure.
And then there's always going to be employee apathy.
Makes sense.
They're supposed to do it, but they don't because it takes extra effort.
You just ain't paying me enough to do that.
Yeah.
So in essence, both of them come back to our personal habits.
Wow.
And if you talk to the health department, they'll tell you that most violations in a restaurant are personal habits. People that forget to wash their hands
or come back in the bathroom, that kind of thing.
I don't understand that. I just don't understand why they don't. I just.
Well, if you, I've wondered it's about a waitress or
well,
something like that.
It's less about the washing
with their mind. I don't know how they're holding.
It's less about the washing the hands. It's mostly if you're going to get food contamination from a restaurant, it's going to come from what you're drinking, not from what you're eating. Because what you're eating is introduced to heat. But the ice, if they're not blowing the ice out and cleaning it, especially if you've got beer on tap, you're going to have a mold issue with your ice machine.
I got you.
That's because beer puts yeast in the air. The yeast finds a place to live inside the ice machine. From there, other stuff goes.
251-343-0106 is the Callahan's Irish Social Club call and text line. When we come back, we're going to have Danny Calamette, and he's got stuff to talk about. Important stuff.
Cool.
FM Talk 106.5, the Gulf Coast Weather Authority, and Dr. Bill Williams.
I know that's your favorite theme ever.
Sunny skies today with temperatures in the over.
Yeah, I've seen that before.
Hey,
Good morning, Mr. Calamette.
Good morning.
How are you, sir?
We get through Dan.
I am thrilled that I was able to be teased into this discussion with such stimulating super poop conversation.
Mention it when you come back on the air. I think it'll be a great time. We've got about a minute and a half, and then we'll get you in there, sir.
Where they sold it to.
Fantasy is so easy. You just need at least 2 picks involving players from different teams. If you think Jalen Milroe will have a big game through the air, select higher next to his projected passing yardage. Maybe you think Jarquez Hunter will have a great game. Put in your entry that Hunter will score at least 1 touchdown, and your pick'em is set. You can even add other sports like baseball, tennis, or soccer into your pick'em, and the more you add, the more you win. Making picks on Underdog is straightforward, and signing up is even easier. Just head over to Underdog's simple-to-use mobile app or UnderdogFantasy.com. Sign up with promo code Dalton, and Underdog will give you a free pick to use on your first cash champions entry, plus up to $1,000 in bonus cash when you deposit. That's Underdog Fantasy, promo code Dalton to claim your new customer special of a free pick and your deposit offer. Must be 18+ in Alabama and present in the state where Underdog Fantasy operates. Terms apply. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit ncpgambling.org. If you think the only job at a broadcast station is to microphone, you're missing some great career opportunities, including advertising, promotion, news, business administration, engineering, and more. Learn about these broadcast careers by visiting the Alabama Broadcasters Association's virtual job fair on October 28th through November 1st at broadcastersvirtualjobfair.com. You'll find information about great jobs across the state, as well as specific positions right here at FM Talk 1065. And you'll be able to apply online at broadcastersvirtualjobfair.com.
Hello again, friends. I'm Randy Bergen, inviting you to join me, Coach Rick Cleveland, and Coach Thompson Tractors We'll be coming to you live from the Eastern Shore Toyota Hyundai Studios for 2 hours beginning at 8 a.m. every Saturday morning. We'll visit with coaches, athletes, administrators, and more as we'll keep you up to date on all things prep along the Gulf Coast and the state of Alabama. Wake up with the Brisk Sports routine this Saturday morning starting at 8 a.m. right here on FM Talk 1065.
Mike Bailey, Stuart Rev Donald, devoted to the complete gastronomic experience.
Want a big butter and eggman.
Mike and Stu on FM Talk 1065.
So, Stu.
Yes, sir.
This morning, I think we both received a text.
Textual message.
A textual message. Very textual in content.
Yeah.
And we wanted,
we needed clarification.
There was something he texts that just got me excited.
Oh, needing judges, I'm guessing.
Well, no, it was the word gumbo.
Gumbo.
And so we said, well, why don't you come on there and talk about it, and we'll think about it.
And we can nap.
Guys, I really appreciate the wonderful tease in here talking about super poop.
Only for you, Danny. Only for you.
Oh, you should hear what I call schwai.
Well, I got you on that one. Well, I do want to talk about gumbo, but I got something else up first. So you guys know I get involved in a lot of different things, and so we're doing a 5K race as a part of the Meeting of the Minds, folks. The Parrot Heads are invading Orange Beach and Gulf Shores starting on Tuesday, and they're
returning to the mothership, is what you mean.
There you go. Well, this is their second year down there. And they really do party with a purpose. That's one of their mottos. And so one of the things they do since they do October, they always have done a fun run for breast cancer charities. And they picked our Sippin' and Skippin'. Well, they picked our Bras Across the Causeway because we make funding available directly to assist breast cancer patients. It's not research, which is a great thing, and it's not awareness, but it goes to assist people who are dealing with bills because of their breast cancer issues. And so we created a Sipping and Skipping event next Saturday. It'll be at Lulu's. It's not only a fun run, but it's a 5K. And because it's at Lulu's, there's a whole bunch of other stuff going on. Mm-hmm. So we got only the 5K, but we always honor our survivors. So we're going to have a survivors tent there. They'll actually lead off our race. But after the 5K, we'll do a pink paradise toast. We'll have a special toast for everybody, and then we'll do the fun run. And after the fun run, our good friend Deborah Hodges her sausage is going to be featured in a breakfast buffet that everybody that's registered gets to partake of. Lulu's is putting a big feed on for everybody, and then following the activities, we're going to do a big second line around the whole parking lot. There'll be music and and all that kind of stuff. So it's a great event. We're expecting 400 or 500, maybe more runners and participants.
Wow.
You don't have to run. You don't have to run. You can also sign up and be a runner in spirit, make a contribution. You get the T-shirts are wonderful. There's a great design on the T-shirt. So it's fun food, and it's just this will be Saturday, which will be nearing the end of the Meeting of the Mind stuff. And one of the things they've done is they've actually opened up Meeting of the Mind to non-parrot heads. Well, you normally have to be a member of a parrot head club, but you can actually go online to meetingofthemind.rocks, and you can look at how, if you're interested in seeing what all the activities, they start Tuesday night and they go all week, music all over the beach area. So that's that'll happen in this week, starting Tuesday down at Orange Beach, Gulf Shores, all that kind of stuff. So that's happening. Before I talk gumbo, I also want to talk about Mobile, because we don't want to leave Mobile out. And it's also another event that Deborah Hodges is participating in. She may have won this in the past, but it's the cookery projects that they'll carry over there. She's got the Gulf Coast Mac-Down that's going to be Saturday, November 2nd at Mardi Gras Park. And that's always a fun time. So you can find out some more information about the cookery project at thecookeryproject.org. But Deborah Hodges always does a great job. And I don't know whether she won last year, but I know she's won in the past, and her stuff is always good. So,
always. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So I had to talk about the Mobile project because my gumbo projects are both not in Mobile. So we got two fantastic gumbo projects. One of them is the Fairhope Kiwanis. This is their 13th year that they've done the Best of the Bay Gumbo Championships.
Good event, great event.
Yeah, it is a World Food Championship qualifier for seafood, and it'll be for 2025. It's November 2nd at the coastal campus over there in Fairhope. They've got 25 teams signed up. The Pearl Restaurant is going to be there defending their title. They won last year, and that's the first time that I've ever sampled, which is a tradition in some parts of Louisiana, where I've sampled gumbo with the potato salad in it, and it was actually delicious. It worked out well. The gumbo itself was delicious. The potato salad added to it. It was just a
well,
nice
it was. I got an opportunity to try it last year, and I can't believe a year has gone by that quick.
It's only been 12 months.
Wow.
And here we are again.
Wow.
Yeah. So they've got some teams that are coming back that have sat out for a couple of years. I know like the Grand's going to be there. Stu, the new restaurant at the pier over there in Fairhope, the
Blind Tiger.
Blind Tiger is going to be there. So there's well, they got 25 restaurants, and they had I think 19 last year. So it's going to be and there's a combination. Most of them are restaurants, but there are also a number of civic organizations that compete, and some caterers and some other stuff. So and there'll be music and crafts, and it's a fall festival feeling. So it's going to be a big crowd of folks there. And again, it's for a World Food Championship competition. So that'll be an elevated presentation as a part of it. So that'll be a lot of fun. Unfortunately, I have to work another event. Coastal Restaurant down at Orange Beach has decided they're going to do their first annual Gulf Coast Gumbo Challenge, and they're only going to have 18 competitors during a challenge on that same day. And there are a few folks over there in that Orange Beach, Gulf Shores area that know how to cook gumbo.
True.
So that's going to be another stimulating palate time for me over there. That one is actually going to be, and Kiwanis is one of their fun ways in Fairhope. This one, they're going to raise funds for scholarship for individuals that are looking to get into the hospitality, that are trying to further their education in hospitality.
Good
so
cause.
The proceeds for that one goes over there. But they're really excited about it. It's Floribama does their annual chili contest, And so this is a take on. It's kind of the same, more casual on the judging side. It's a more casual format for judging, but the competition is going to be fierce. There's going to be live music. It'll be in the green space of Coastal. If you haven't been to that restaurant over there, it's the largest restaurant on the beach in the Gulf Shores Orange Beach area. It's a beautiful facility.
Yeah.
And
I haven't been.
Was there at the opening?
To my surprise, one of my favorite appetizers over there was their pimento cheese spread. And I'm not a big pimento cheese, but it was just delicious. So it's there's a lot going on. I'm trying not to spew too much stuff at you, but you know, there's a lot of things going on.
Wow.
So anyway, you know, and for some reason, most of it involves eating because, you know, I'm doing the sipping and skipping. And by the way, you can check out. It is sipping no G and skipping no G. So sippinandskipping.org is the website if you want to check it out and see more. I'm not doing any running, but I'll be doing eating for sure. And I'll also have to try out the Pink Paradise drink. So that ought to be
okay.
That ought to be good.
Got a message from Deborah Hodges, said she did win it last year.
Right. Okay. Very good. Well, you know, and not only last year, you know, the Coke team won People's Choice at Smoke on the Farm too.
Now, you know, I was there.
Her product.
I was there last week, and they did a good. I went to their booth, and on Saturday, they did a great job. With what that mixture they did for, you know, dipping your barbecue in, and it was so good. And
they won People's Choice in the pig shot with her stuff, and they won the grand prize with the Herschel burger. So the Coke team did pretty good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think I had it. I think I had it with Herschel burger. I think I had it with a Herschel burger. That's what I had it with.
They came to compete. That was a fun event. I appreciate you coming out, and it was a lot of fun for a first time event.
I'm gonna tell you, I could have won that burger eating contest if I hadn't went out around and sampled everything before I was asked. Joey goes, "Hey, you going to enter the contest?" And I said, "What?" And he said, "Burger eating contest." Okay. So I barely got one burger down, but I think I could have won it if I hadn't sampled all that food before.
Well, I appreciate you taking on the team. I know I was not going to enter to compete, but I was a little bit busy running around doing other things too. So anyway.
Yeah, and Mike also wants to thank Joey for having the defibrillator on hand just in case.
We did have that. We did put the Victory Health Partners folks on standby.
Went ahead and had the doctor forward Mike's background.
Yeah, we were all ready. We were ready for that.
And he said, Stu's not coming, so you don't have to worry about that war and peace of his medical history.
He's got a nice property there, and he's got a great store.
He's got a great store. He's opened a new one down at Ocean Springs.
Yeah, I saw that.
He's expanding out, and he's got, you know, the other thing besides that big piece of property, he's got a pretty big heart too. So,
oh my God!
That kind of plays into it as well. So yeah. So we're on kind of a rest and recovery mode right now, but we're going to have a post-mortem and kind of look at what we're doing and get on the calendar for next year. And it's going to, we're excited about what we're doing. We were proud to do that for Victory Health and look at moving on for next year. So
yeah. Wow.
So anyway.
What was the website again? What was the website again on the chipping and sipping or sipping and chipping?
Skipping and sipping.
Oh, skipping.
Skipping and sipping.
Ah.
Steve's trying to get the information so we can publish it for you.
Yeah, well, I'll put it on the podcast later on.
I'm sitting here stunned that it's been a year since the gumbo, because I judged in the gumbo competition in Fairhope last year. It's been a whole year. It's just flown by.
Yeah.
Well, wow.
So the other one, the Orange Beach one is gumbofest.com.
Okay.
That website, and then Best of the Bay Gumbo Championship That's you have to search for that on Facebook, I believe. I don't.
Awesome.
And of course, they can always go to the Alabama Coasting Facebook page or the website if they want to find any of the information you've talked about, right?
Or just reach out to me, Danny, at alabamacoasting.com.
Well, Danny, thank you so much, buddy. We appreciate you coming on here and filling in some space for us and giving us important information. Take care.
Happy guys. Appreciate it.
Take care, buddy.
Down on Mobile Bay, stars are bright and shining.
It's time for a checkup Monday at 1:50 when Sean talks with Heather Higdon from Alta Point about the Access to Care line. Find out what it is, how it works, and how it can benefit you. It's time for a checkup Monday at 1:50 on FM Talk 106.5.
For 50 years, Mobile Bay Magazine has showcased the history, style, arts, dining, and entertainment that defines excellence on both sides of Mobile Bay. Each month's issue is filled with our unique Southern Alabama culture, beautifully captured and told through engaging articles and stunning photography. When you subscribe to Mobile Bay Magazine, you'll be swept into the pages where recipes, familiar places and faces, and untold stories abound. Start your journey today by visiting mobilebaymag.com. That's mobilebaymag.com.
Do you know how much money in your 401k or IRA is actually yours? Or will the government take a bigger chunk than you thought? Remember, you still might owe taxes on that money. The question is, do you have a plan to help make sure you don't pay more than you should? At Swan Capital, we believe you deserve to keep more of what you've earned, which is why we're here to help you navigate the confusing world of retirement taxes. It's your money. You deserve to know what's at stake. Right now, taxes are historically low, but they won't be this low forever. So call the Swan Capital team today so you don't miss out on this opportunity. 800-848-8768. You work hard for your money, and we'll work just as hard to help you keep it. Swan Capital, 800-848-8768. Again, that's 800-848-8768. Swan Capital, LLC is a registered investment advisor. Registration as an investment advisor does not imply a certain level of skill or training. All investments carry risk, and no investment strategy can guarantee a profit or protect from loss of capital. Firm may not give tax advice.
I don't remember.
Your business needs a network it can count on.
Study up.
Power's out.
Comcast Business has you covered. Wi-Fi backup to help
I
keep
heard
your
it on,
business up
believe
and
it or
running,
not,
even when your power goes
the
out.
rock.
Everybody in the warehouse good?
Yeah.
Lights are out, but the Wi-Fi's up. Let's power on.
It's from the company with 99.9% network reliability.
Break room, you good?
Yeah.
Microwave my
Yeah.
burrito. Wi-Fi's fine. Let's power on.
Power on with the leader in connectivity, Comcast Business. Powering possibilities.
Learn how to get Comcast Business Internet and Security Edge plus Wi-Fi backup for $59 a month for 12 months with a 2-year agreement. When you add Comcast Business Unlimited Mobile. And ask how to get up to a $600 prepaid card with a qualifying gig bundle. Don't wait. Call or go online today. Ends 11/17/24. Restrictions apply. New customers only with 300 megabit per second internet, Security Edge, and Wi-Fi backup. Eco bill and auto pay required. Equipment, taxes, and fees extra and subject to change.
Mobile Radio's only meteorologist is FM Talk 106.5's Dr. Bill Williams. With a 3-decade track record of getting it right. Get your weather from Dr. Bill Williams 4 times an hour every weekday morning on FM Talk 106.5. For more than a decade, Sip and Chew with Mike and Stu on FM Talk 106.5.
He didn't know he was going to church this morning, did he?
The gumbo, church of gumbo.
Yeah.
Hey, David Hubble, we're just kidding, buddy. But no, N-E-A-U-X. Okay, go Tigers. Anyway.
I was talking about Missouri, though.
Yeah. Real quick, I want to thank our friends at Bob's Downtown 9 on the corner, Fat and Happy. We want to thank Hall Sausage and Wholesale Meats. Get out there and ask for that product. If you don't find it in your store, ask where it is. Where is this? Where is this gumbo?
Where the Halls at?
Halls. Yeah, where the Halls
Where it is. Where the Halls at?
And Butch Cassidy's over there on Florida Street. Real quick, we'll say happy birthday to Chapman Ellis. Who's Chapman Ellis? The Amelia over on O'Shell Road. Great restaurant. Wonderful restaurant. Hopefully I'll be eating there soon since I'm a little closer to it now. And John Nelson, today's his birthday. Him and his wife, Mary Ann Nelson, were the creators of Mary Ann's Deli. over in Fairhope, and they had one in Mobile, a couple of them in Mobile at one time. Today is Chicken and Waffles Day. Get out there, get you some chicken and waffles. Brandied fruit. Have you ever had brandied fruit? You know, soak you
like cherry jubilee.
Yes, that would be just about, yeah. And
No,
this is your
never heard
day.
of it.
This is your day. International Chef's Day.
I'm an international chef.
Yes, you are. So happy International Chef's Day, Stu.
I want to thank all the people for making this possible.
They love you. They really love you. So, and what?
Wow.
So, but getting serious here. An iconic member of the media in the Mobile area passed away yesterday. And
legend.
Mel Showers. We want to send our thoughts and prayers, condolences to the whole family and all the friends and WKRG family.
Yeah, a groundbreaking broadcast.
Oh my God. I met him. First time I met him, he'd just come to Mobile. And he had a big afro back then. And I was one of the assistant managers at KMB on at the Loop. And he walked in needing a set of jumper cables and an umbrella, pouring down rain. And he said, I need a jumper cables and an umbrella. That's the first time I ever met him. That's the only time I've ever talked to him, actually. So, but great guy. Wonderful.
Yeah,
wonderful person. Nicest guys you
yeah. Well, you know, everybody I've ever dealt with over there has been great.
Oh yeah, John Nodar. I used to play baseball when they came in for the over at the Hank. You know, we did Doug Harmon. CSI came in and did the Harmon Classic and all that. We used to go over and play. And Mel was in there. Oh, just had a ball.
Yeah, had a ball.
Yeah. No pun intended.
So anyway, that's all I got.
Okay.
Well, we still got a few more minutes here.
Well, why don't we see if we could get somebody to call in and talk about something then?
Yeah. Okay, we got Cookie on the phone.
Hey, Cookie.
What's up, Cookie?
Hey, I'm glad to be able to speak. I'm honored to be able to speak with you all here this morning, especially that internationally famous chef.
Don't get his head too big.
Right. You were talking about judging
Is
food?
that possible? Yes, I'm talking about judging food because, and I want to thank you, first of all, that you have started introducing, I sincerely mean this, particularly for Stu, introducing more food science, you know, a little food science. And
it's interesting.
I mean, well, I don't hate football, war shrieking eagle, but
we're chicken right now.
Hey, watch it.
I'm an Auburn fan too. It's war chicken time right now. I'm just counting the days till basketball tips off.
But anyway, look, I want to want to get to this judging thing because I have an idea for y'all. For y'all who do all these, because you seem to do a heck of a lot of it. You know, I mean, you probably do more judging than you do, who knows, whatever with food and beverage.
Mike likes to be judgmental.
Very judgmental.
Don't we all, man? Don't we all? I mean, let's be honest here. We're all friends and family. So this has something to do with that. I suggest a new segment for those where there is this sort of judging competition. I mean, you guys were talking about, like I said, the food science thing and the kinesiology, the exercise segment kind of thing. This hopefully will help to solve both. Have all the people who's going to be them judges, you know, give each one of them, each one of y'all, a little flag with a number or a color or something on its back, and have the dance of the judges.
Oh no!
It'll give you some exercises. It'll be entertainment for the crowd. People will pay money to see this. And
only if there's a poll.
Come on, you guys. Come on, you're so funny all the time. Have your sense of humor, right?
Cookie, I'll tell you a little story. A few years ago, I had a girlfriend, and she insisted that we go to a Mardi Gras ball, which I had never been to before, never had a desire to go to. And she kept saying, now you're going to have to dance. Okay, I understand. Well, we get to the ball, and the song comes on, and I grab her hand. I said, let's go dance. And I started dancing. And she goes, whoa, you're like dancing. And I said, yes, ma'am. I said I don't like to dance. I didn't say I didn't know how. I just don't enjoy it. Except for salsa. Love salsa.
There you
The
go.
Latin dances, if you can't get your feet moving to that, you don't have a soul.
Should have went to Latin Fest last week.
If you can't dance, then you can't be a very good trombone player either, right?
Well, I'm not right now. You have to practice to be good.
You're a king of casseroles, right?
Yeah, chef to casserole.
Yeah. All right, I love you guys. Take care. Thanks
Thank
for
you,
indulging
Cookie.
me. Bye.
Bye-bye, Cookie. Oh, man. I hadn't been to Ashland Midtown Pub in a while. Have you?
I'm just sitting here shocked that you can dance.
I was in theater. I had to learn whether I wanted to or not. So I know how.
Never judge a book by its cover.
Yeah, I just don't enjoy it. I was trying to get scholarship money. Simple as that. I did a lot of stuff I didn't like. Hated show choir. But it was scholarship.
So anyway, Ashland Pub.
Look at that biscuits and gravy. There's biscuits under that gravy, and that looks like all sausage there. That looks like the Cajun, doesn't it?
Could
and then some
be.
cheese grits. Ooh.
Could be.
Good job, Ashland Pub. I don't know what this other thing is.
Folks,
It looks
gonna
like
need to look at
lasagna
your
or
Facebook
Americana.
page to get a picture of that there.
Yeah, I'm sharing it now.
There you go. Yeah, share that picture. Share that.
But it's
Beautiful.
there today's. Oh, that was crab lasagna. Was the lasagna picture? Oh, that's interesting.
Crab lasagna. Oh, man. Somebody just take me home now.
Yeah, I would do that in a white sauce.
Yeah.
As opposed to a red sauce.
Hey, listen, we brought up David Hubbell's name. He has a podcast.
Does he?
Called The Rainy Cajun.
The Rainy Cajun.
The Rainy Cajun.
Because he lives in the rainiest city in the 48 contiguous?
I don't know.
I thought you had all the answers.
I never asked him, but I watch it every now and then, and when it pops up, and he answers a lot of questions. And they talk about a lot.
Is it on the YouTubes or the Facebooks or the what?
I don't know that either.
It just pops up on your phone, and you go, "Oh, I'll look at that."
I'm gonna watch it pay more attention, and I'll have an answer for you next week.
Well, maybe we should have David on in the future to talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Especially with us getting into gumbo weather here.
Yeah, it is different. And you know why? We're still got shrimping going on, and now we're into the months with the R, so we can get the oysters. So we have them both at the same time, which is rare.
Folks, get out there, support local, be local, buy local. And if nothing else,
roll along. Bird.